Last month, there was some blowback to comments you made about Terry Crews and his claims of being assaulted.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
Well, that was just me responding to, I wasn't trying to make fun of assault victims.
In 2016, while at a party with my wife, I was assaulted by a successful Hollywood agent.
Suddenly, my husband backs into me, like his hips go backwards, and he backs into me, and he pushes this man through this sea of people like they went down like bowling pins.
50 Cent took a shot at you on one of his posts, saying that saying with how big you are, how could this have happened to you?
Rapper turned film producer 50 Cent is no stranger to controversial moments caused by his own comments. One time, the candy shop rapper took it too far when he voiced his opinion on actor Terry Crews' experience with SUL assault.
Terry Crews is like the Hulk. This guy's huge, and he when he gets into a scenario, starts to explain the scenario because he was speaking to the Senate, and the lady asked him, "Well, you didn't do anything. You didn't like push him off or."
The Brooklyn Nine-Nine actor came forward in 2017 with allegations against Hollywood agent Adam Bennett after being inspired by the #MeToo movement to tell his story per Vanity Fair. Crews claimed the agent approached him at an industry party and inappropriately groped his privates. The actor later sued Bennett for the incident and settled out of court, as reported by USA Today. Throughout this, Crews advocated for male victims who have often been underrepresented in the conversation on SUL assault. In 2018, he appeared before the Senate Judiciary Committee to support a bill for survivors.
My name is Terry Crews. I am an actor, author, former athlete, advocate, and a survivor.
What happened to me has happened to many, many other men in Hollywood, the actor testified. And since I came forward with my story, I have had thousands and thousands of men come to me and say, "Me too, this is my story." But I did not have the confidence, or I did not feel safe enough to come out. It's what 50 Cent had to say in response to the America's Got Talent host's testimony that truly got him into trouble. After Terry Crews spoke in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee, 50 Cent decided to post his 2 cents on the situation. Much to the dismay of the rapper's fans, he left disappointed by his rhetoric. The rapper took to his Instagram to post a meme of Crews that depicted the actor saying, "I got R. My wife just watched. LOL, what the F is going on out here, man?" He captioned the post, "Terry, L froze in fear. They would have had to take me to jail. Get the strap." Of course, the public immediately came to the defense of Crews. The NDA Club rapper deleted the post shortly thereafter. To attempt to defend himself, 50 went on to The View the next month. "I would never make fun of any SUL assault victim. I wasn't looking at Terry Crews that way at that point," he explained. During the conversation, he reiterated that people would need to bail him out if he was in Crews' situation. The actor initially responded to the Instagram post when TMZ caught up with him, saying he loved listening to 50's music. But in 2019, Crews called out the men of color who had joked about his SUL assault, specifically 50. "Abusers protect abusers, but they mock survivors as well," the actor wrote on Twitter. "When you see me, keep it moving." The non-apology was definitely not accepted. Following the backlash, the rapper doubled down with another message that basically told people to stop being so sensitive and that he wasn't going to talk to the press. He tweeted, "This is me recovering from having my sense of humor removed this morning. People are so sensitive. My doctor said L will be fine in 6 weeks, but my publicist said if you see any journalist, play dead." The initial post attracted swift condemnation, including from Crews' Brooklyn Nine-Nine co-star Chelsea Peretti. Harassment and assault are often approached as women's issues, where boys and men are sidelined as silent victims, she posted on Twitter. That Terry Crews is speaking out about this culture is a good thing, and supporters need to be louder than those who chose to ridicule him for speaking his truth. Another fan wrote, "50 Cent is trash and has been for a while. He's disgusting and perpetuates our culture, and he hasn't had a hit since 03. He better apologize to Terry Crews, and people that found what he said funny are just as stupid." In a swift turn of events, at one point, things turned against the G-Unit honcho after his baby mama came out accusing him of assault. In March this year, Daphne Joy accused her ex of physically and SULly assaulting her. In an Instagram post, Joy, 37, directly addressed her ex 50 Cent by putting his full legal name, Curtis James Jackson, at the top of the post. They share a 12-year-old son, Sire. Sire together. Let's put the real focus on your true evil actions of me and physically abusing me. You are no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you from this point on, she wrote. The rapper immediately denied the claims. You have permanently damaged the last hope I had for you as a father to preserve our family with these last and final false claims made against me. You have broken our hearts for the last and final time, Joy wrote. The model's claims came following 50 Cent's decision to pursue sole custody of their son, Sire. According to the rapper's representative, 50 Cent is doing so because of the allegations in Rodney Jones' lawsuit against Diddy that Joy worked as a S worker. A representative for the rapper shared the below statement with People magazine. The disturbing allegations in the sworn pleadings recently filed in a court case related to Daphne Joy, the mother of my 12-year-old child, has required me to take all necessary legal actions to protect my son, Sire. The most recent false and baseless accusations by Daphne Joy are clearly in response to my decision to seek sole custody of my son. My son, Sire, is my main priority, and keeping him in a safe environment is my only focus at this time. In response, Joy posted on Instagram, "Family court? Great! He lacks a father figure in his life and needs male guidance. You're finally catching on," she added. In addition to accusing 50 Cent of R and abuse, Joy also called out her ex for his jokes about the ongoing allegations of R and S traying against Diddy. "Everything is a joke to you until our safety is compromised, which is happening now. You are wreaking real havoc, frenzy, and chaos onto people's lives. How would you feel if Sire was the one in handcuffs? For nothing," she wrote. The actress continued to discuss the rapper's relationship with their son, Sire. "We moved to New York to give you the opportunity to be a father to your son, and you saw him 10 times out of the 2 years that we lived 1 mile away from you," alleged Joy. "I am tired of upholding and protecting an image of our son that you have never even earned." Back in 2013, the rapper was charged with domestic violence against Joy and pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of misdemeanor vandalism stemming from an incident where he allegedly kicked Joy in the stomach and destroyed her property during an argument. The rapper struck a deal with Los Angeles prosecutors for 3 years probation and 30 days of community service. So, it's pretty ironic that he made fun of Terry Crews' agony at the hands of the abusers. On October 10th, 2017, Crews did something no one knew he was going to do, not even his wife. He opened up about allegedly being groped by a powerful Hollywood exec. The actor had been reading women's stories about their experiences with sexual abuse in Hollywood, which began spilling out after the New York Times' first report about Harvey Weinstein, and found himself incensed by the way men were responding to their tales with skepticism, suggesting, among other things, that the women coming forward were speaking up just because they wanted to be famous. "I literally was like, that's not what this is about at all. This is not how it works," he recalled in an interview. And so he tweeted, "This whole thing with Harvey Weinstein is giving me PTSD. Why? Because this kind of thing happened to me." Crews recounted a Hollywood party where an unnamed powerful agency executive, later revealed to be William Morris Endeavor's Adam Bennett, groped him, laughing when he protested. Although the actor instantly drew gratitude and support, he also found himself on the receiving end of skepticism, particularly from other men, who said a guy like him couldn't be sexually abused due to his size and physique. As one comedian put it, "God gave you muscles so you can say no, but in reality, that doesn't make it right."
God gave you muscles so you can say no and mean it.
The way I like to describe this whole issue is, "You are now behind enemy lines once you come forward," the Brooklyn Nine-Nine star said. "Instead of a person who needs help, you are a problem that needs to be eradicated. That's immediate because there's a whole system in place and you're about to upset the whole thing." Though the sordid tales of Hollywood sexual abuse that have proliferated in the Me Too era cover a wide range of experiences, most of them have one thing in common: they're told by women. The men who have come forward, including Crews, Anthony Rapp, James Van Der Beek, Brendan Fraser, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure star Alex Winter, The Man in the High Castle's Michael Gaston, and several male models who spoke out about the powerful photographers Bruce Weber and Mario Testino, have faced a unique set of challenges, from naysayers who believe other men is just horseplay, to a heightened stigma that makes male accusers less likely than female ones to identify themselves as survivors and makes it more difficult for them to process emotions born of trauma. 1 year after the movement went viral, though, male survivors began to feel a sense of community, protection, and acceptance, perhaps best exemplified by Cruz's experience. After learning that Bennett would return to work after roughly a month's suspension, Cruz brought a civil case against Bennett and WME, which the parties settled weeks later. The case was dismissed on the condition that Bennett resigns, without the possibility of returning to the company in any capacity, and that WME alters its employee conduct policy to adequately address sexual assault and battery by WME employees against clients. Employees would also be required to receive training regarding those policies annually. "I told everyone, and I continue to say it," Cruz said. "I was ready to spend $1 million to win $1. This is not about money at all, but the fact is that I wanted Bennett to be gone. The higher up you are, the more accountable you are," the actor added. "It doesn't work the other way." Cruz noted that male accusers can both benefit and be hurt by pre-existing notions about masculinity and sexual politics. "People seemed quicker to believe his claims against Bennett," he said, "because he is a man. But some skeptics also shrugged off Bennett's actions or blamed Cruz for misconstruing Bennett's intentions, a charge that can be lobbed at any accuser, male or female. Others asked why Cruz didn't simply punch the guy, ignoring the consequences Cruz could have faced for that. For many men who have faced sexual abuse, the problem is still more elemental. "I don't really recall hearing about male survivors," said Michael Gaston when asked if he believes Me Too has shifted the conversation surrounding male accusers. A day after Cruz's tweets, Gaston told his own story, tweeting that just as Cruz was at an industry function, he was also assaulted in a professional setting. Gaston was in his late 20s, he said, when a director his groin during rehearsal for a new play. Both a stage manager and a young assistant director were present for the incident, Gaston said. "At the time, he responded by swatting the director's hand away and making a joke. But I never complained to management," he wrote on Twitter. "I was terrified, and I was humiliated. I had violent fantasies about the man for years." It was 25 years before Gaston felt ready to speak about the incident publicly. At the time, the actor said he only confided in one close male friend. "We weren't particularly emotionally sophisticated. At the time, it was just like, put your head down, get to work, get out of New Haven when this thing is over, and get on with our lives," which we did, he said. Years later, he learned that 2 other actors he knew had been harassed by the same director. It was a perfect 3 out of 3. Although the memory of being gradually receded in Gaston's mind, he still felt dark emotions he couldn't fully understand or process. The 2 others told him about similar experiences. There they were, 3 usually nice guys, all boiling with rage. "It really affected us in lots of different ways, I think," Gaston said. And as the actor typed out his story on Twitter, it all came rushing back. "I might have just stopped and not done it if I'd thought about it more. But in the moment, my heart was pounding," Gaston said. "It really was weird. At one time in my life, I've had what could be described as a panic attack, and this was about half of that. Just as I was writing, I really felt hot and short. And it was 25 years later. But for all the anxiety and emotion that goes into speaking out, the process can be healing for male and female survivors alike." In an interview, actor Alex Winter compared speaking publicly to the feeling of shackles coming off. "I never thought, God forbid I'd ever go public with it, until this Me Too thing happened," Winter said. Buoyed by stories told by other actors, he came forward in late October of 2017 with his own tale of being sexually abused as a child actor. He did not name his perpetrator, whom he said is now dead.
And I love the industry and I love what I do. But when you start really young, I think it's kind of healthy to have some time away.
Winter spent years selectively sharing portions of what happened to him, sometimes through jokes and sometimes in earnest. "It wasn't like I was lying about it, but I wasn't getting into full detail," Winter said. "So it was kind of a patchwork. I think you sort of offload stress in a way for yourself that makes you feel safe, but still gives you some sense of getting some of it out there. Then you realize, as you go on, that that's not really doing very much." In his 30s, Winter said, he began to speak openly about the abuse in therapy, but only there. The Me Too movement, particularly the stories told by female survivors, is what empowered him to overcome the sense of isolation that makes survivors feel as though they should keep their stories to themselves rather than disrupt the lives of those around them. A notion he called bonkers in retrospect. When asked if he thought the Me Too movement overall felt inclusive of men, Winter was unequivocally positive. "By the time I came out with my story, I was not feeling like, oh my God, I'm jumping off a high dive," Winter said. "I felt like I'm just stepping into a pool that there's a bunch of people in already." And the reactions he received afterward only bore that feeling out. The other men agreed as well that the movement has made them feel supported as they've come forward. As more alleged victims come forward and the movement matures, some of the conversation surrounding it has required more nuance, like actor Jimmy Bennett's accusations against Asia Argento, who was herself one of the first women to accuse Weinstein of assault. Bennett alleged statutory R, while Argento later alleged that Bennett was the aggressor. Winter, who noted he does not know either party, said that the messy way those allegations have unfolded proves that victims of abuse are not necessarily unimpeachable themselves. The thing that the public is really going to have a hard time with, that original #MeToo founder, Tarana Burke, I think, wrote about it really early on, is that if we're really going to accept the degree to which this happens, it's a game changer, Winter said. People are going to have to understand how systemic it is. So it's going to happen to people you don't like. It's going to happen to people that are doing it themselves. And as the public will continue to learn, abuse has and will continue to affect both men and women. Overall, Winter said the movement represents real progress. If he were an adolescent being abused now, he said he'd feel more comfortable speaking out sooner. There is still a stigma around speaking up about sexual misconduct, he pointed out, and we have yet to grasp just how pervasive sexual abuse is, especially in Hollywood. Still, he's encouraged to see people, all sorts, finally talking about these issues openly. I think it's really hard for people to understand that for those of us who have been living with these secrets for so long, it's really shocking in a positive way, said Winter. It just happened overnight. Suddenly, these things that you just could not say, you can say. I just don't think you can ever take that away. I think it's part of a broad public conversation. Hopefully, it'll just get bigger. So, Cruz saw nothing funny when 50 Cent mocked his coming out to reveal the abuse. But the America's Got Talent host is not the only celebrity the rapper has crossed paths with. What do Diddy, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, and J. Rule have in common? Yes, they're all mega successful rap stars, but they've also done rounds with 50 Cent. When he's not calling out his foes in song or during an interview, he can be found putting them on blast via his formidable social media presence. Over the years, he's come for full-time fighters like Floyd Mayweather, ex-girlfriends, and even his own son. This man is a menace when it comes to petty social media beefs. First, there was actress Vivica Fox. Everyone knows that exes often lead to the greatest feuds. 50 Cent and Vivica Fox dated in 2003 and called it quits a short time later, leading to a slew of horrendous public spats in which the rapper accused her of using their romance as a publicity stunt. While they patched things up long enough for Fox to appear in the music video for 50's 2009 track, Do You Think About Me? They were back at it in October 2015 when the actress questioned his sexuality during an appearance on Watch What Happens Live.
What were your thoughts when 50 Cent blamed the second season ratings dip on gay stuff?
First of all, the pot calling the kettle black is all I'm saying.
Host Andy Cohen asked Fox, who starred on and produced Empire, a rival to 50's Starz drama power, about 50 Cent's now deleted Instagram post that blamed Empire's dip in ratings on plot lines that featured too much. Fox replied, "First of all, the pot called the kettle black is all I'm saying," which led viewers to believe she was insinuating that he himself was homo as Yule. In response, 50 Cent attacked Fox via social media, sharing unflattering photos, including one of her donning a low-cut dress with the words, "really bad boob job," written over the picture. "B, remember when you told me F. Halle Berry, and you could have played all the roles she did better than her, and I just looked at you like, what the F kind S did you take, LMAO," he wrote alongside the photo. He then later took to Twitter to call Fox crazy. After laying low for a while, 50 reignited the feud in September 2016 when he shared a split photo of a woman with botched plastic surgery in Fox. "I don't know why people would want to cross me. I would stay out of my way if I wasn't me because I'm gonna keep winning," he captioned the photo. "I think they do it for attention, then get more attention than they want. I told you Power was the show to watch. Now Empire? LOL, forget it." Months later, in December of the same year, the rapper appeared on Watch What Happens Live to address Fox's assertions. "I said to myself, personally, I said, oh no, because I let her lick my A. She thinks I'm," he said. Fox then blasted 50 on Instagram and challenged him to appear on Watch What Happens Live together in an effort to settle their beef for good. "Tell you what, at 50 Cent, since you keep on telling that lie, I challenge you to let's both go on Watch What Happens Live, and we can put this to rest," she wrote. That never happened, and you know it, Queen. But keep on telling them how you like it, though. Let me know when you are ready, cause I am. Part 2, crazy how you forgot that you paid me to be in your video and went on the radio saying you did wrong by me. Boy, oh boy, when that vault opens up, it's gonna be good. I've got a great memory. Their relationship thawed in 2017, but Fox stirred the pot in the spring of 2018 when revealing excerpts from her forthcoming book, Every Day, I'm Hustling, characterized her S-life with the rapper as PG-13. Elsewhere in the book, she wrote that most of the time I would be the one initiating S because I really enjoyed making love with him. Still, those comments made 50 Cent just a little bit upset. The rapper clapped back in a since-deleted Instagram that same day, writing, I'm waking up to this S. That was 14 years ago. SMH, who does this? What the F? The rapper has also famously feuded with his eldest, Marquise Jackson, Kanye West, Diddy, Lil Wayne, J. Rule, and Floyd Mayweather. So if Terry Crews decides to continue his fight with Fifth, he definitely has a bunch of supporters who have things to say about the many men hitmaker. How far will this go? Only time will tell. And that's it from us today. Until next time, thank you for watching.